Yesterday, President Trump addressed last week's stock market turmoil caused by confusion around his tariff agenda.
But now Japan has made a shocking move, selling off large amounts of U.S. Treasury bonds. This unprecedented decision raises questions. Is Japan pressuring the U.S.? And what will the economic impact be? For decades, Japan has been one of the U.S.'s largest creditors, holding hundreds of billions in Treasury bonds, helping to stabilize the dollar. But recent financial reports show Japan has sold tens of billions in U.S. Treasuries. Why? The answer may lie in growing trade tensions, particularly U.S. tariffs on Japanese electric vehicles. The U.S. imposed high tariffs on imported EVs, impacting major Japanese automakers like Toyota, Honda, and Nissan. Now, Japan seems to be retaliating financially, signaling that if the U.S. continues protectionism, Japan may stop supporting its debt. Beyond retaliation, Japan might also be reducing dependence on the U.S. dollar. Globally, financial systems are shifting. China, Russia, and other nations are diversifying their foreign assets. Japan could be following suit, redirecting capital into Asian markets, strengthening ties with China and South Korea, and reducing reliance on the U.S. If this trend continues, the dollar's dominance could decline. What happens next? If Japan keeps selling U.S. bonds, the dollar could weaken, raising import costs, fueling inflation, and increasing borrowing costs. This could create instability in global markets. The U.S. has two choices: compromise by reducing EV tariffs to maintain financial stability, or continue the confrontation, risking economic consequences. Washington now faces a critical decision. How will it respond? Meanwhile, Canada is making its own strategic shifts. U.S. tariffs on steel and aluminum have cost Canada billions. In response, Canada imposed tariffs on U.S. goods and is now seeking new trade partners. A major move came in 2023 when Canada signed a $6 billion defense deal with Australia for long-range radar systems. This strengthens Canada's Arctic surveillance and reduces dependence on U.S. technology. Why does the Arctic matter? The region is rich in resources, but also a potential flashpoint for geopolitical conflict, particularly with Russia. As climate change opens new trade routes, competition for Arctic resources is increasing. Canada is prioritizing defense capabilities, signing agreements with the EU and Southeast Asia worth $7 billion, further signaling its shift toward global partnerships. This marks a turning point in Canada's foreign policy, diversifying economic and defense ties beyond the U.S. The shift could reshape alliances for years to come. The question remains, will the U.S. adapt to these changes, or will it risk losing influence in global financial and strategic affairs? At the same time, the U.S. economy faces serious challenges. The stock market has lost $5 trillion in 3 weeks. Prices are soaring, wages are stagnant, and uncertainty reigns. Yet some still claim it was the greatest economic era. Bill Maher breaks it down: Trump's policies, promises, and reality. Trump touted economic success, yet national debt soared by $7.8 trillion in just 4 years. Market volatility surged, and middle-class wages remained stagnant. His 2017 tax cuts benefited the rich, with 83% going to the top 1%, while corporate tax rates were slashed from 35% to 21%. Companies used tax breaks for stock buybacks, not wage increases. By 2027, middle-class Americans will actually pay more in taxes. Trump's tariff war was another disaster. He promised it would protect American jobs, but instead, it hurt farmers, cut manufacturing jobs, and raised costs. Maher summed it up: Trump's trade war was like setting your own house on fire and calling it a heating strategy. Despite the numbers, GDP growth lower than Obama's, trillions lost in the stock market, and skyrocketing national debt, Trump kept saying, it was perfect, it was amazing, the best. But if an economy only benefits billionaires and hedge fund managers, is it really the best? Now, with trade tensions rising and global alliances shifting, the future remains uncertain. Will the U.S. adjust, or will its economic policies backfire? The next decisions could shape the world economy for decades. Stay tuned. If you found this breakdown insightful, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more deep dives into global events. Hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching.